What's going on, guys? It is Raj here, and today we are going to be covering what happened at today's Apple event. And by the time you guys are seeing this, you guys are probably going to be like, Raj, this happened yesterday. Yes, I know, but I am recording this on September the 14th, so I am technically recording this on the day it happened. So, yeah, basically, we are going to go through what happened today. Or, in your guys' case, yesterday. So, first up, we have the budget iPad. This iPad essentially kept the exact same design, but now its display is upgraded, so it has a nice 10.2-inch Retina display, and the display itself is now laminated, which is very nice. The enclosure of the iPad itself is 100% recycled aluminum. It, of course, still retains Touch ID. It adds Apple Pencil Gen 1 support, and, actually still carries that on. It has a 20% faster CPU, which is quite nice, with the A13 being the brand new processor, so up from the A12 from last year. Has support for the smart keyboard, of course, still. Has 2 times more storage. iPadOS 15, which will be launching for everybody on September the 20th, by the way. Same thing with iOS 15. Both of those software updates, as well as watchOS 8, will be launching on the 20th. And then we have a new 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera with center stage carried down from the brand new M1 iPad Pro that was launched recently. That is now carried down to the budget-end iPad on the front, which is very nice. It now adds a True Tone display. It has all-day battery life, gigabit class LTE. It now comes paired with a 20-watt USB-C power adapter, which is quite amazing, so you get a lot faster charging speeds. And then, of course, on the back, you have your standard 8-megapixel camera that you've had now for a long time. So, unfortunately, nothing like that has changed. Next up, we have the brand new iPad mini. Now, this was a shock to most people because, honestly, I was not expecting this at this event. I was expecting this much later. But we have a brand new footprint for the iPad mini, an 8.3-inch Liquid Retina display, which is quite amazing. It is now in line with the iPad Air and the iPad Pro, the 11-inch version, of course. You have brand new Smart Folio covers that come in all new colors. You have Touch ID and the power button, just like the iPad Air 4. USB-C now on this device, so no longer will it use Lightning. It now uses the brand new USB-C port that both the iPad Air and the iPad Pro use. It now has support for the second-generation Apple Pencil, again, just like the iPad Air 4 and iPad Pro. It has the same brand new colors as the iPad Air, which are quite amazing. Of course, it will be shipping with iPadOS 15. It includes a 20-watt USB-C power adapter. It has all-day battery life. And it also has landscape stereo speakers, just like the iPad Pro, which was, again, another shocker. And another shocker, like the iPad Pro, was that it now supports 5G, which is just insane. It supports 5G speeds for cellular models. It has 40% of a faster CPU and 80% faster of a GPU compared to the previous iPad mini. It has Wi-Fi 6, which is quite fantastic. Has the 12-megapixel camera with a True Tone flash on the back, just like the iPad Air. And on the front, just like the iPad Pro and the budget-end iPad now, it has a 12-megapixel ultra-wide camera with center stage. So, quite amazing things here, guys, honestly. It's just like a smaller version of the iPad Air, essentially, at this point, which is amazing. Of course, with a few caveats, but, those are to be expected. Next up, we have the Apple Watch Series 7. Now, the Series 7 is honestly something that was quite a shock to many people, because I'm not going to name names, but some people thought it was going to be a different design. I kind of did as well, because unfortunately I follow all of that stuff still. But all that stuff aside, we got what we got, and quite honestly, I love it. The design is amazing, quite honestly. So we have the most durable Apple Watch ever, as Apple calls it. The Series 7 has brand new watch faces. It has a brand new modular face, and it has a brand new just standard time face as well, which is quite amazing. Has 5 new aluminum colors, which come in midnight, sky something. I need to probably look at that again. But yeah, I mean, the first of the brand new colors is Midnight, which is more of a bluish, like black almost. It's kind of hard to explain, but it's more of like a bluish black, which is quite cool, I will say. And then skipping over that other model there, we have a green finish, a blue finish, which basically they don't call it blue, but you know it's a blue finish, and then they have red. So those are quite amazing, I will say. And then next we have Cellular. It's much brighter indoors for its display, which is quite amazing. And then we have WatchOS 8, which ships with it, the new Mindfulness app, which comes with WatchOS 8. We have a full keyboard with Quick Path on the Apple Watch for the very first time, which honestly was a huge shock to me. We have a larger, of course, display than compared to the Series 6. And going back to the colors, the second one is called Starlight. So we have it in this order. It's going to be Midnight, Starlight, and then after that, it will be blue, and then product red. So that is the brand new colors. And then, of course, in the middle there, you have green. And for the ECG and blood oxygen, those have stayed the same since the Series 6, so there's no changes there. It has a fully optimized UI to take advantage of this much larger display, which is about 20% larger compared to the Series 6. And it has world time with basically the watch faces, so you have a brand new world time watch face. It has brand new Pilates and Tai Chi workouts, which are quite fantastic. It has fall detection during workouts. So, say for example, you're taking a bike out for a ride and you fall, then essentially you will, be alerted on your wrist, and fall detection will do its job like it always has been. And it's also it can store your car keys and your home keys in the wallet app. It has all-day battery life, so the same standard 18-hour battery life. So we'll, of course, have to judge that and kind of see, basically, as time goes on. It also has cycling updates, which is quite nice. And it looks like that's about it for the Apple Watch Series 7. Moving on, we have the iPhone 13 mini and the iPhone 13. So, these, quite honestly, have been very small changes to this year's iPhones compared to the iPhone 12s. So you have still that same Super Retina XDR display, and it comes in two sizes, the iPhone 12, or the iPhone 13 mini, excuse me, and then the iPhone 13, which the iPhone 13 mini is going to be coming in at 5.4 inches, just like the 12 mini also does. And then the iPhone 13 will be coming in at 6.1 inches, just like the iPhone 12 did, and the iPhone 12 Pro did. And then for the displays, the max brightness is going to be 1,200 nits, of course, and then 800 nits, which is 28% higher for max outdoor brightness compared to the iPhone 12, so that's quite impressive. We have True Tone, of course, Haptic Touch, of course, HDR, Dolby Vision, HDR10, and HLG for video recording and for photos. We have P3 wide color, of course, for the display. A new 12-megapixel wide camera with bigger pixels, so brand new sensors on the back. Both of them are completely brand new. We have sensor shift OIS on the wide lens. And then on the front, we have the 12-megapixel true depth camera system, which has now been shrunken down by 20%, meaning the notch is 20% smaller horizontally. And then cinematic mode, of course, which is going to be in video. So essentially, it's going to be like your, portrait video. So it will blur the background when you're shooting video on a subject. It also, of course, has portrait mode, and it has night mode on all cameras, and then it also has night mode time-lapse, which is quite exciting. Has portrait lighting, of course, slow-mo selfies, or slofies, made famous by the iPhone 11. Has iOS 15 memories, of course, 4K 60 HDR with Dolby Vision, just like on the iPhone 12. It has Deep Fusion, just like since the iPhone 11. Low light photo and video, 12-megapixel ultra-wide with a brand new ultra-wide sensor, which is quite amazing. The ultra-wide sensor is far superior compared to the iPhone 12, and both of these sensors are about 25% larger as well compared to the iPhone 12. So they are huge sensors. And then, of course, we get brighter Super Retina XDR display, the A15 Bionic, 5 new colors, which are very, very awesome. And I'll name them in just a second. I'm just going to go over all the brand new features that we have still not covered. It, of course, also still retains the good old IP68 water and dust resistant. So as far as water and dust resistance goes, that has not changed. That is going to be the exact same. So, moving on to finishes. The first one you guys may have noticed is pink. Pink is one of the brand new and I guess you could say more apparent colors now. So that's very interesting. And then we have blue, of course. We have midnight, which used to be referred to as black. It's now just called midnight. Then we have starlight, which used to be referred to as silver, but it's now called starlight. And we have product red, of course. And the battery life on these guys, going from the iPhone 12 mini to the iPhone 13 mini, that's going to get you about 1.5 hours longer as far as battery life goes. Same thing with the iPhone 12 to the iPhone 13. Going from those phones is going to get you an hour and a half longer overall for usage. And now moving on to the iPhone 13 Pro and 13 Pro Max. So with these new phones, for the Pro models, you have macro photography at up to 2 centimeters, which is quite amazing. Cinematic mode, just like the iPhone 12, but it's using that LiDAR scanner, so it has that extra little element to it. Photographic styles, night mode, of course. ProRes video, which is essentially just like Pro RAW with photos, so it gets a lot more detail in the video. And it's, 12-bit as well, so it's very, very accurate. And it has an all-new wide, telephoto, and ultra-wide cameras, so all 3 sensors are 25% larger and completely brand new sensors. It also has a 5-core GPU for the A15 chip that's in it. It has 2 sizes, of course, the standard 6.1 inches and 6.7 inches, exact same as last year's iPhone 12 and 12 and 12 Pro Max. So hard to get used to that now. It has ceramic shield, just like the iPhone 12 Pro and the iPhone 12 Pro Max did. It has the same MagSafe as the 12 Pro and the 12 Pro Max, and it has the same LiDAR scanner as the 12 Pro and the 12 Pro Max, as well as the same water resistance. And that is it, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching this recap, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day and or night whenever you may be watching this. Peace out, everyone.